What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about a very unfortunate situation in regards to rapper Fetty Wap. Apparently, he was set to perform a part of the Rolling Loud New York events that were going to be taking place this weekend, but he never got a chance to get on stage because he was arrested by the FBI for trafficking, for what they're claiming to be a guy who is a kingpin, and that he's out there moving a lot of weight. And unfortunately, and I don't want to say that Fetty Wap fell off, but he pretty much has not been as relevant as he had been years back. And if this is true, that lets you know that he felt like he had to turn back to the streets. Now, this is a guy who unfortunately lost, I believe, his daughter a few months back. And now his children may end up losing him, especially if he's incarcerated, because they have him busted for heroin, fentanyl, and coke. And the reason why I think they are going to treat this very seriously is because fentanyl has been involved in some recent deaths of Hollywood actors or celebrities as of recently. Fentanyl has been found to have been in their system. So they're going to take this extremely seriously. They always take these cases seriously. But they may try to make an example out of Fetty Wap. And it's very interesting. They wait until this guy is set to perform at Rolling Loud to arrest him. You know, it's almost like they wanted to make a big spectacle out of it. That's what they do. That's what the FBI do. That's what the government does. When they want to arrest these guys, they want to make a show out of it. So let's get into this article from TMZ. It says Fetty Wap was supposed to perform at Rolling Loud, but his set never happened, and it's all because the feds grabbed him before he hit the stage. Like, did they think he was going to skip town? Seriously? Did you think Fetty Wap was going to skip town? You could have arrested this guy at his home or his hotel, wherever he was at. You wait till he gets to Rolling Loud because you wanted to make a show of it. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Fetty was taken into custody by the FBI at Citi Field in New York Thursday. We're told he was arrested on federal charges, though specifics aren't known yet. As you can see, this was a lineup that was going to be headlined by 50 Cent on Thursday. As you see, his name is there. You see, there's going to be a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday events. Fetty has mostly stayed outside the spotlight in the last few years, so the Rolling Loud set would have been a big deal for him and his fans. It would have been. But now it isn't, because he's now in custody. And there's no telling how long he's going to be in custody, especially with federal charges. It's going to be very difficult for him to be able to not be in there for a while. Now, this is according to Yahoo. Fetty Wap arrested by FBI on federal drug charges months after his daughter passed, which it makes this thing even worse because he has other children as well that are dependent on him. Rapper Fetty Wap was arrested Thursday night by the FBI on federal drug charges. A senior law enforcement official said Fetty Wap, who's 30, whose legal name is Willie Jr. Maxwell II, pleaded not guilty and was ordered held without bail at a virtual hearing on Friday. The Associated Press reported an attorney listed for him, Elizabeth Macedonio, did not immediately return a request for comment Friday evening. According to a law enforcement official, the artist was arrested at Citi Field in Queens, where the Rolling Loud Music Festival was held Thursday. The Paterson, New Jersey rapper is among half a dozen people charged in the case. The other defendants were identified Friday as New Jersey Corrections Officer Anthony, who was 23. They had a New Jersey Correction Officer. Was it Passaic? I think that's how you say it. Brian Sullivan of Lake Grove, New York. Kevon Wiggins of Quorum, New York. Robert Lenardi, who's 26, of Levittown, Pennsylvania, and his brother Anthony Leonardi, who's 47, also of Corona. They are all accused of running what prosecutors described as a multi-million dollar bi-coastal drug distribution organization. They about to get him on that RICO. If they can. I don't know how this goes for as federal charges and as far as state charge. I know New York has been known for that. But they are going to try to get everybody. And that's what, I don't know if all these people were at the Rolling Loud set. That's why they hit the Rolling Loud set, because everybody was in one area and they wanted to get everybody at once. I don't know. But to say that he has an organization, it just shows you where Fetty Wap was in his life. If this is true, it shows you Fetty Wap was struggling financially and he agreed, or he set this up. And that's what they're claiming. They're claiming that he set this up. They're all accused of running, right through that, with Suffolk County as their home base. County District Attorney Timothy Sinney said in a statement, according to an indictment, the organization ran from about June of 2019 to June of 2020. Defendants obtained narcotics on the West Coast and used the Postal Service and drivers with hidden vehicle compartments to transport the substances to Suffolk County, where they were stored, according to a press release by the U.S. Attorney's Office. So I had actually heard the hidden compartments. Anybody knows the BMF story? That's how they, I believe, moved certain things. And it seemed like that's what they were doing. If this is true, again, for Fetty Wap's sake and his freedom's sake, he should hope that this isn't true, man, because he had a whole career. He still does. I'm pretty sure he still makes money off his career. Maybe not as much as he may have a couple years ago, or maybe not as much as he wants to. But Fetty Wap has a lot to lose. And the fact that this guy allegedly or reportedly has gotten himself involved in this, it just shows that these guys have only one skill. If that skill doesn't work, they go right back to what they feel like will work. And that is doing illegal activity. Illegal activity doesn't pay. A lot of black men are getting caught up in it, and it's not good. It really isn't. The drugs were then allegedly distributed to dealers who sold them on Long Island and New Jersey. 5 of the defendants are accused of using weapons to protect the organization and distribution chain, prosecutors said. As alleged, the defendants transported, distributed, and sold more than 100 keys of the substances, including heroin, fentanyl, on Long Island, deliberately distributing on the opiate epidemic that has devastated our communities and taken too many lives, said Breon Peace, the U.S. Attorney for Eastern District of New York, in a statement. I thought the CV was doing that. Now we back on drugs. I thought we were battling this virus, but I guess we back on the drugs now. Let me tell y'all something, man. It doesn't matter who the president is. They're still going to come after you, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, or whether you know it or don't know it. If you're out there thinking that you're going to be comfortable enough to do this, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, you're sadly mistaken. And Fetty Wap has gotten himself in deep involved in this. He's seen as a leader. And it would not surprise me if everybody turns on him and starts testifying against him unless he cuts a deal. But they want him because they see him as the leader of this. And this is the problem here. He may be in a no-win situation here, because if he says if he testifies against his co-defendants, or he turns if he turns to become a witness, or he testifies against some of these other guys, or it's a no-win situation for him. It is a no-win situation for Fetty Wap, man. We will continue to work nonstop with our law enforcement partners to keep our neighborhoods safe from the scourge of dangerous narcotics and weapons violence. I told y'all, man, nothing stops, man. Nothing stops. They're going to keep over policing your communities. So you think because you have certain people politically in certain areas that won't happen. No, it's going to happen. They're going to continue to over police. They're not going to defund the police. They're going to continue to lock you up if you're doing criminal activity. But this is not good, man. Search warrants executed during the investigation recovered more than 1.5 million in cash, 16 keys of coke, 2 keys of heroin, and numerous fentanyl pills, 2 weapons, 2 firearms, a rifle, a pistol, ammunition. Sullivan was arrested September 30th, while the other defendants were taken into custody in October. They have all been charged with conspiring to distribute and possess controlled substance. If charged, defendants face a maximum of life. Navarro Gray, a lawyer for Fetty Wap, said, "We pray that this is all a big misunderstanding, hoping he gets released so we can clear things up." Attorneys for most of the other defendants, which had counsel listed in court records, did not immediately respond, request to comment. That's because they are deep in it. An attorney for, is it Centage says he will vigorously defend these charges. That's the CO there. For Fetty Wap's sake, he better hopes that, he's able to get past this, because as I said before, man, he has a lot to lose, a lot more than these other guys. So according to his lawyer, it's a big misunderstanding. Let's hope it's a big misunderstanding. Let's hope whoever told, because somebody told. Let's hope that, somebody just threw his name out there and he's not a part of this. For his sake. But we will see. Let me know in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.